So many of us are missing our favorite wild animals at Zoo Miami right now, and we're feeling really cooped up while we quarantine and practice our social distancing. But that doesn't mean that we can't channel our inner animals and get our bodies moving at the same time. I'm going to be sharing my 5 favorite animal-inspired zoo yoga poses that you and your family can do right from home. So get off the couch, grab a mat or a towel, or just make some space and let's get started. So the first pose that we're going to be practicing is called lion's breath. Now it might not seem like much of a challenge, but all we're basically doing is taking some deep breaths so that we can let go of some of that stress and tension that we're probably all holding on to and channel our inner lions. So all you have to do is find a seated position, sit up nice and tall, relax your shoulders, place your hands on your knees, and take a deep breath in. And exhale, stick your tongues out and stretch your face as much as you can. So you want to really have some fun and let loose with this one. We're going to do it 2 more times. So again, we're going to take a deep breath in through the nose and exhale, tongues out. Now for the last one, I'm going to give you a little motivation. I bet you didn't know that in the wild, a lion's roar can be heard up to 5 miles away. That's how loud they can get. So for this last one, I want you to add a roar, add some pause, stretch out your face as much as possible, and really tap into your inner lion. So we'll do it together. Deep breath in, and exhale, roar. Now that we've loosened up, pose number 2 is a pose that I like to call elephant ears. So again, we're just seated nice and comfortable, sit up tall. On your inhale, you're gonna bring your arms all the way up, connect your fingers together, and then exhale and bring your hands behind your head. So we're basically pretending like our arms are big, floppy elephant ears. African elephants have these really big floppy ears that they like to flap and use as fans to cool themselves down. Now we're not gonna do it as fast as they might, so we're just gonna slow it down a little bit so that we can get more of a stretch. So all you're gonna do from here is take a deep breath in, pull your elbows back and your chest forward, really get into that stretch, and then exhale and bring your elbows together in front of you, curve your back. Let's do that one more time. So inhale, open up your elephant ears, and exhale, bring your elbows together in front of you, curve your back. Now you can do that as many times as you want, and you can hold either open or closed for as long as you need to. Just get a really nice deep stretch. Open up the chest so you can take deeper breaths, and then you can just bring your hands back down to your knees. Now you could probably already tell by the way that I'm sitting, but this next pose is called leapfrog. So you can basically start just like this, get down into a squat, keep your toes pointing out, and you can keep your hands down and just lean into your hips a little bit. If you want a little bit more of a challenge and if you feel like you're not too wobbly, you can even bring your hands together and just gently stretch your knees apart. Now, I like to add a little bit of action and a little bit of a leap to this pose. So if you want a little bit more to do, what we're gonna do is we're gonna come onto all fours and we're gonna come into a basic yoga pose called downward dog. So you're just gonna tuck your toes in, lift your hips up and back. And this is where we're gonna get into the leaping part. So you can look forward towards the top of your mat, take a deep breath in and bend your knees. And on your exhale, you're going to leap and bring your feet right to the outside of your hands. So let's do that one more time. Now some frogs can actually jump up to 44 times their body length. We just have to make it from one end of the mat to the other. So from here, look forward, bend your knees and leap. And again, you can stay here or you can bring your hands together, and that's our leapfrog. Now this next zoo yoga pose is one that we're gonna call Flamingo Pose. Now it might seem kind of simple and easy, but the challenge of course is keeping our balance. So we're gonna start standing with our feet together. You can keep your hands on your hips or you can bring your palms together in front of you. We're gonna start with our left foot down, and all you have to do is slowly lift that right leg up. Your knee is gonna be pointing forward and you're gonna point those toes back. And if you feel like you're a little wobbly, try to look at something in front of you that's not moving around, and usually that might help us a little bit. Now you can stay here, or if you want a nice stretch in the leg, we're gonna slowly reach back for that right ankle, and then slowly, gently pointing the knee down towards the mat. And just hold here for a few seconds. Real flamingos can actually hold their balance on their leg for hours at a time, and they even do it while they're sleeping. We're just gonna see if we can hold it for a few seconds, and then once you've had enough, you can step down and then try it out on the other leg. For our final zoo yoga pose, this is one that I like to call swinging ape. So we're gonna channel our inner ape, pretend like you're a gibbon or a chimpanzee out in the wild, swinging gracefully from one tree to another, trying to grab onto a branch or a vine in front of you. Now the cool thing is that we can start from our flamingo pose that we just learned. So just like we did before, we're gonna start with the left foot down, bring that right leg up, and again, you can keep your hands on your hips or together in front of you. Once you've got your balance, we're gonna reach back with the right hand, so same side, holding onto the arch of your foot, and then again, channeling your inner ape, we're swinging to the next tree. So we're gonna reach forward with that left arm, bringing that right leg up behind you, reach as far as you can, hold for a couple of breaths, nice and steady, and then we're just gonna step down. Now you can see how long you can hold that pose and then just try it out on the other side. I hope you had fun getting wild with these zoo yoga poses, and if you and your family did try them out at home, please make sure to share pictures or videos with us on social media and tag Zoo Miami. I hope you learned that there are still a ton of fun ways to stay engaged and connected with the zoo and our animals, and until we see you again, stay tuned for more cool activities that you can do from home.